In today's session, we are going to learn how we can perform commenting. We can comment our code that is available in single line, or if we wish to comment our entire paragraph or entire code, then we can use a multiple line comments in Python. There are various standards for using them. So basically, comments in the Python is the inclusion of the short description along with the code to increase its readability. A developer, a programmer, or a user uses them to write his or her thought process while writing the code. So it explains the logic behind why a particular line of code was written. They are just mean for the coders themselves and for the developers to understand a piece of the code, right? Like, for example, I have a line here, ch is equals to b, and I want to write its meaning. Like, this is the value inside ch variable. But if I run this particular code, it's going to prompt me an error because this is value inside ch variable is written in normal English-like sentences which do not have any meaning in Python, right? So what I want, if I run my particular this code, then this line should not display over the screen. So I can perform commenting here. So as this is a single line, so for this, I can use single line comment. For single line comment, I can use hash. So basically, it's going to completely ignore this particular line, right? So comments in Python are identified with a hash for the single line comment to extend the end of the line, right? So basically, hash characters in a string are not considered comments. Like, for example, if you have used hash hey, then this is not commenting part. This is a commenting, right? Let's run this. And if I need to display the content inside ch, print ch, right? So this line is not going to display. Now I want to comment both of these lines so that I can write my new code instead of making the new file. So one way I can perform hash here and then hash here. But if I am having more than hundreds of lines, then using hash in each line is going to be a lengthy process. And for multiple line commenting, I can use triple single quotes or triple double quotes in the starting and same in the ending of the code. Like either I can use this or either I can use this part. So this is for multiple line commenting, right? So basically there are multiple uses of writing comments in Python. It increases the readability, explains the code to others, and understanding of code easily after a long time. It can also be used if you want to include some sort of resources and if you want to reuse your existing, right? So basically your code becomes self-explanatory and it enables the interpreter to ignore some part of the code while testing, right? So this was all about the comments in Python. Let's have a look about lines and indentation. Indentation is compulsory in Python and it is a very important part of your code. For example, if I talk about conditions part, like if I have if here and I have some sort of statement like a is greater than 5. Let's take in variable a here and let's assign some sort of values. So as we can see, as I have entered the enter key, so basically this cursor comes here. This part before the cursor is the indentation. As in C and C++ or other programming languages, they used to have these curly brackets, which is used to define the scope of the particular part. But in Python, we do not have any curly braces or braces to define the scope. So basically, we can use this indentation part. So we can use anything, print a. So how much minimum space should be there? Minimum space should be 1 and maximum you can assign according to you, right? So there should be minimum 1 space as the indentation part and it is compulsory. It is used to define the scope of the part. Similarly, if I am using else here, and it's going to have a different scope. Either I can print in the same indentation or either I can use it this line, print hello. Right? So if it's going to be having its own scope and else is going to have its own scope, right? But if I want to write any next line inside right after this line, then I need to specify inside the same space. I cannot do it as this. This is going to prompt you error. It's going to be in the same space. So this was all about lines and indentation and commenting in Python. Thank you.